Hey guys, welcome to the FilmBox. Today we're going to be reviewing one of my best lens, one of my favorite lens, the lens that never comes off my camera, and that is the 35mm 2.8 Zeiss for Sony cameras. And I'm going to show you why you should buy it and why it may not be a good fit for you, so we'll get right into it. Alright, so one of the main reasons I love this lens has to be the size of it. It's such a small lens, it's a 2.8, it's not the fastest, but it's also not the slowest. And if you have the in-body stabilization on your Sony camera, it doesn't matter. You can still get some pretty good shots with it, and that's what I love about it. I've taken this lens to Chicago, to Atlanta. A lot of my street photography, I would say 95% of it, will be coming from this lens right here, and a lot of it was shot, well actually all of it was shot in low light situations in Atlanta, and it was handheld because I had it at 2.8 and also with the in-body stabilization. It allowed me to be able to take photos at really slow shutter speeds. So that's something I really like about it. So if you're trying to like walk in the streets and you're not trying to carry a tripod, not trying to carry a big lens, this is the lens you should get for it. Now, a lot of people get turned off by this lens, mainly because of the pricing. This doesn't look like an $800 lens, especially when you're looking at the aperture. You're like, what? Why am I gonna pay 2.8 for $800? Nah, it's actually worth the money. Now, it's not worth the retail in my opinion. I bought this lens used, and that's what I do with a lot of my lenses. I buy them on Facebook, Craigslist, OfferUp, places like that. I'm pretty big about buying used lenses or used equipment overall. You save a lot of good money, and this one right here, I got it for about $400, so that was half of the price. That's why I jumped on it, and I wasn't even sure if I was gonna like it. I just wanted a small lens, and come to it, you know, it's actually my favorite lens because of that. I'm a huge fan of the 35mm focal length. I actually have 3 lenses, so one's the Voigtlander, one's the Sony, which is this one, and then the other one's the Sigma art lens. But what I wanted to show you was the size difference. So if I wanted a faster lens, obviously you can't fit all that glass into this little baby right here. So you gotta have something like this. This is the art lens, the Sigma 35mm 1.4. and this is 2.8. This one is pretty heavy and it does make my camera a lot larger, so anytime I'm walking around in the streets and taking photos, or if I'm with a family and I just want to take some casual photos, this is the lens that I go to. So some of these images, they look like pretty foggy, and the reason for that, I was using the Pro Mist filter on it to give it that glow. I love to make color glow on my images in light, so that's one thing I was focusing on. One of these shots, I was able to get the what looks to be like a security guard just walking by the newspaper booth, and that was one of my coolest images that I took on that day. Another one was in the parking lot on the very top. We were coming out on this parking lot and I saw how the light was coming out of that door, and I really wanted to capture that, and especially with the Pro Mist filter, it gives it that beautiful glow. It gives it a very mysterious look. One of the first places I got to use this lens was on my trip to Chicago back in 2019. And this lens really displayed what I meant when I says you can get some really colorful images with the Zeiss lens, and very sharp images as well. I got this really cool shot of the Chicago, well I believe it's the Chicago Theater. It has a big orange sign, beautiful colors of the city on that shot. And then we also went walking around and got some pretty cool images of, you know, pretty much the life of Chicago. We also went to Navy Pier, got the beautiful blue colors. Once again, and walking with this lens is pretty easy. since it's not heavy and it's not very intrusive when it comes to shooting people with it. Well, photographing people with it. So I was able to capture some pretty cool shots of, for example, this lady just running. I don't know where she was running to, but got a pretty cool image of her. Thank you for watching, guys. Please subscribe, give us a like. Your support means a lot to us. Follow us on Twitter, on Instagram, and we'll see you on the next review.